Here we have a MacBook Pro 15-inch, a 2014 MacBook Pro 15-inch that came in for repair. It's been a while since I worked on one of those. Most of the ones we work on are the newer models, but I've worked on a lot of those in the past. That's how the motherboard looks like. Let's go over what the customer wrote. This MacBook Pro stopped taking a charge, so I replaced the battery with a new one. The computer started and it said battery was at 32%. However, it drained completely within a few minutes. And the battery would not take a charge at all. The charger would not light up. I purchased a new 15-inch MacBook Pro to replace this one and tried the new charger on this one, but also would not light up to show it was charging, nor would the computer start up. My guess is there's something wrong with the charger as well as the internal charging function. If you can fix this, I would be extremely grateful. Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. If we look here, board number is A1398-3787-A. We do have schematics and board view diagrams for this board, no problem. But the first thing I want to do is try to plug in a charger and see what happens. We're going to try our charger, not the customer's charger. And right here. Now, initially, Big Boss, he disassembles, reassembles devices. He tried another charging board just to see if the problem is the charging board. And the problem is not the charging board. The charger does not light up. And one thing I want to do quickly is inspect the board under a thermal camera. I just want to see if there's any power on that board. And, oh yeah. That's probably the ISL chip, which is a common failing point on this model. I mean, the 2014, 2015 models are very reliable MacBook Pros. Actually, one of the most reliable. But they do fail. Now, it's either that we have a problem with our ISL chip or current sense resistors. Where's the chip? Right here. The chip itself, it looks in perfect condition. We do not see any burns, anything blown, any cracks, any corrosion, nothing. We do have current sense resistors right here. And we have current sense resistors right here. Let's go to the schematics so I can show you what I mean. Those resistors are known to fail on earlier models of MacBooks, not just this model. If you look here, we have two current sense resistors labeled R7121, R7122, and both of them should be 10 ohms each. And another set of important current sense resistors that also fail are right here, R7151 and R7152, and those should be 0 ohms by 2.2 ohms. So if we look at the board view diagram, we do see that we have R7122 here, R7121, and we also have R7152 and R7151. Let's jump over to our circuit board. And we're going to measure. Measure in ohms mode. What readings do we have? Right here. We should have 0 ohms by 2.2 ohms. And I'm reading 0 ohms here. And I'm reading 2.6 ohms here. Perfect. So we know those current sense resistors are good. Let's measure those here. Whoa, 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 whoa. 450 kilo ohms. Not 10 ohms. 450,000 ohms. What about this one? Huh. The reading on this one is also high. This one is reading, actually it's higher than the other one. This one is 8.7 mega ohms. I mean, it's not very common to have both resistors go out at the same time, usually one of them. So we could possibly have a problem with the ISL chip, or we could have two bad current sense resistors. What should we do? It's easier to remove the resistors, but I highly doubt it's going to be a resistor issue since both of them are reading very high. But I'm really tempted to remove the chip first. Let's live on the edge. I really believe the problem is the chip. I mean, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's start with the resistors. Fume extractor on. I'm going to pull out the resistors and put them on just one pad. Now we can measure the resistors individually. I think that's the smartest move, is to start with the resistors, even though I do not think that both of them have gone bad at the same time. We're gonna measure this one here, and what readings do we have? Oh, we have a reading in the kilo ohms. What about this one? We have a reading in the kilo ohms as well, 14 kilo ohms. The resistors are still hot. Let's wait. That black stuff on the swab is not from the resistors. That's an old swab. Measure one more time. Measure from here to here. And we have, we have 415 kilo ohm reading. And if we measure from here to here, we have a 13 kilo ohm reading. That's weird. That's really weird. Both of them going out at the same time. Maybe the ISL chip is also bad. Who knows? Let's replace both of them. Where are you going to get those resistors from? The NorthridgeFix resistor SMD book. We carry and sell 10 different books, all values. Size 201, 402, 603, 805, and 1206. Anti-glare light on. And you can see everything in details, and the colors are saturated. The quality of the light on the anti-glare light is amazing. Look at the difference between the ring light, where the yellows are washed out, the darks are washed out, because it's a ring light. Light shines down and back up at 90 degrees, right at the lens. Whereas the anti-glare light, yellows, they look more vivid. The brown color of the board looks brown. It's like a whole different world. If you're a hobbyist or in the same type of business, you can purchase everything that we are using in this video from our site. The NorthridgeFix microscope, this amazing microscope, anti-glare light, ring light, this NF.mini soldering pen, soldering wire, Flux, soldering station, hot air station, tweezers, braid wick, everything. One-stop shop. Just log into NorthridgeFix.com, click on shop, add to cart, checkout, pay, and we almost always ship out same day. And do not forget about the books. I'll check for you. The chip holder, we have two chip holders. We have the standalone chip holder, and we have one that comes with the board holder. Okay, what else? I'll check for you.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, so the probes and the chip holder, all right?
I got a
Chip.
replacement on some magnets I did, not with you.
Okay.
And then non-glare light, I don't know. I don't have room in my luggage for it.
So right now I have the anti-glare light on. I want to show you what happens when the anti-glare light is not on. I'm soldering those two components here, right? So if we do not have the anti-glare light on, okay? Yeah, so look.
Right.
Okay, so I'm just adding one last item, which is the anti-glare. Got it.
You know, something else while I'm here, I would tell you, as a person that watches the channel,
Yes.
you're great at what you do.
Yes.
But the thing that I'm really, I think, most impressed by is, to me, that you care about your family.
Oh, family's number one.
You have 3 kids?
Four.
4 kids.
4. I have 14 years old girl, 8-year-old girl, 5-year-old boy, and 5-month-old boy. Big boss, my uncle, maternal uncle. He's been working with me since 2014. My dad is the one who handles shipping. My sister, she handles customer service, emails, whatever deals with the customer. We had a professor, scientist, engineer, the good scientist. He's been watching our channel for a long time. He came from Utah. He passed by to pick up some stuff, to buy some stuff. He bought a chip holder, anti-glare light, the NF probes, solder paste. And it's getting late. I need to finish that board ASAP. Big boss already left. So we're gonna grab a 10 ohm strip that contains a lot of 10 ohm resistors. If you do not already have the books and you are in the same type of business, in the same field, doing this as a hobby, the books are a must. Saves you a lot of headaches and having to wait to order those parts. Most books, they contain about 8,500 components. Most resistor values, most capacitor values. We have a total of 10 books. 5 for resistors, 5 for capacitors, ranging in sizes. I'm gonna put some flux on the tip of the tweezer, and we're gonna put one here, grab another one. Oh, once that component is out, he's gone to the 9th dimension, but that's okay. We have a lot. The professor wanted to see the anti-glare light in action, so I showed it to him. He loves it. What's not to like? Now I do not want to apply hot air because I have 2 resistors. If I hold one, the other one is gonna fly. So let me secure at least one of them, or both. Now we can use hot air. And so far we do not know if the ISL chip is good or not. We're gonna have to find out. Very nice. If we measure again, 10, very nice. We got it. 10 ohms each, and we are good. So now the question is, will we see a light on the charger? Yes or no? That's the question. If yes, then most likely the problem is fixed. And I do not have a light. I do not have a light at the charger, so most likely our ISL chip is also bad. Let me go under the thermal camera quick. And now if you look here, we still have a heat spot on the ISL chip. So we have bad resistors reading a very high value, and also looks like we have a bad ISL chip. I want to measure those resistors again because I did plug in the charger. What if those resistors were affected again by the chip? We are reading 10. And we are reading 10. So let's go ahead and replace the chip. And pin number 1 is on the bottom right as I have the board oriented. So pin number 1 is facing the current sense resistors that we just replaced. We have to keep that in mind because Apple do not like to put placeholders on the board for where pin number 1 is, but it looks like we do have the cut here, so we know where pin number 1 is. No problem. Anti-glare light. And I've got mini soldering pen. Grab another chip. And we are done soldering that chip. All we need to do is clean up the edges. All right, and moment of truth. So we replaced the ISL chip right here along with the 2 current sense resistors, and now all we have to do is hopefully we're gonna plug the charging cable and hopefully we see a green light. Are we gonna see a green light? Yes, yes, we have a green light and an orange light. We got it. We're done. The board is fixed. Big Boss is not here, unfortunately, to reassemble and test, but we got it. We did it. Before, we did not have a light, and now we have a green light. Not only a green light, but also an orange light. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video. I'm gonna put this on Big Boss's bench. He'll test it in the morning, then we can invoice and mail it back to the customer.